40 years on this spinning rock and I'm trading hotel keys for a guest wing in a gated community. This is Dallas, Texas, and wanderers, I'm doing this one differently. No guidebook itinerary, no tourist timeline, just 7 days of living like a local in one of America's most misunderstood cities. They'll tell you it's all cowboys and commerce, but Dallas is architecture that makes you stop mid-stride. It's barbecue that rewires your taste buds. It's family, it's heat, it's history, standing on a quiet street corner. Pack light and bring your appetite, and forget everything you know about Texas. This is the real deal. Every proper journey starts before the wheels leave the tarmac. And for me, this was in the #1 lounge at Heathrow Terminal 3, and that quiet ritual of a pre-flight breakfast, with a few good Bloody Marys thrown in on the side. The breakfast is arranged like it's auditioning for a magazine spread, and that specific airport lounge silence where everyone is present but elsewhere in their minds. This is the pause before the leap, before the 10 hours to Dallas, London to Texas. The anticipation sits heavier than the carry-on. The lounge has a dangerous quality. It makes you forget you're actually supposed to catch a plane. With that endless coffee and cocktails, along with the breakfast that just keeps appearing, and that seating, comfortable enough to erase any sense of urgency, well, I got a little too comfortable. Because then you have that moment when you check your phone and you realize, crap, boarding started 10 minutes ago. Yes, suddenly I'm that person, power walking through Terminal 3, with my carry-on bouncing around and wondering why I thought a third pastry was essential. I made it to the gate with minutes to spare, slightly out of breath, and absolutely zero regrets about those extra pastries. American Airlines. The moment I stepped onto that aircraft, Texas hospitality started early. The flight attendants with genuine smiles, that particular American warmth where service feels less like a job and more like welcoming someone into your own home. 10 hours to Dallas suddenly felt like less endurance and more like the journey actually beginning. There's a specific meditation that happens at 35,000 feet. The engines hum that constant note, the Atlantic scrolls beneath you as abstract art, and the time does that strange accordion thing, where 8 hours feels like 2, but also feels like 20. Somewhere over the ocean, neither here nor there, suspended between continents, between versions of yourself, the nomad between destinations, the brother heading toward family, the traveler chasing something that doesn't fit in overhead compartments. Then, North America appears, first as a concept, then as a coastline, then as a geometric pattern of American agriculture stretching to infinity. Texas announces itself not with fanfare, but with sheer scale. Everything bigger, everything broader, everything exactly as advertised. The descent into Dallas reveals the city in layers. Downtown's cluster of ambition punching skyward, suburbs sprawling like spilled paint, highways threading through it all like arterial networks. The wheels kiss tarmac, the engine's reverse thrust, and suddenly, you're not thinking about Texas anymore. You're in it. Then comes the taxi. Dallas-Fort Worth isn't just an airport. It's a small country with runways. We rolled for what felt like hours, crossing bridges that spanned motorways, watching highways stacked 3 levels deep beneath us, cars streaming in patterns that looked choreographed from this height. Texas announces its scale even before you leave the tarmac. Everything operates on a different magnitude here. More lanes, more space, more ambition built into the infrastructure itself. The plane finally turned towards our gate, and I realized the journey from wheels down to actual Texas soil was its own exhibition. My brother meets me at arrivals, that specific moment where family travel becomes real. No hotel shuttle, no rental car desk, just the family wheels and a direct route to home. The drive from Dallas-Fort Worth International into North Dallas is its own education. Texas reveals itself in increments. Massive pickup trucks that make British vehicles look like toys, strip malls with parking lots the size of football pitches, signs advertising everything at Texas scale. And then the suburbs arrive. "30 miles west of Dallas sits Fort Worth. And if Dallas is the suit, Fort Worth is the boots. The stockyards aren't playing dress up. This is where the cattle built an empire. Where the Old West didn't die. It just learned to charge admission. We rolled in as a family unit, me, my brother's crew, and approximately 7,000 other people who had the same brilliant idea. Tourist stores line every corner. But here's the thing, wanderers. Touristy doesn't automatically mean terrible. These shops curate the Cowboys mythos with genuine pride. Hats that have seen more miles than some people's cars, leather goods tooled by hand, and yes, there are magnets, but even the magnets have character. Found myself in a sauce and jerky shop that took heat seriously. Wall-to-wall bottles promising everything from mild discomfort to legitimate medical emergencies. Sauces with names like rectal rocket fuel and heat ratings that required legal disclaimers. Some claim to make steam come out of more than just the top of your head. Then there were the lollipop scorpions. Actual scorpions suspended in candy like some twisted amber situation.
Oh, wait, are we meant to?
America, not the great state of Texas, give me a hoot and a holler. I love it when all the people come and visit from all over the country. Keep the drone out of the air. We don't want to have a drone stick in the cabin. Just the phone and the camera. The horns of these Fort Worth Stockyards app, that will tell you all about them.
Then at 11:30 and 4 in the afternoon as well, Exchange Avenue transforms. They drive actual longhorn cattle down the actual brick street, and every phone in a 3-block radius comes out. Cowboys on horseback flanking these massive animals through tunnels of tourists. And for 3 minutes, you're not in 2025 anymore. You're watching commerce and history collide at walking speed. One of the longhorns stopped mid-stride and turned its massive head directly towards me, toward us, and held the moment. Just a nod of acknowledgement, those enormous horns framing a face that had seen this routine 1,000 times before, but still played along. Then it turned back, rejoined the herd, and they strode off down Exchange Avenue into the distance. Just like that, the spell broke. The road reopened, the crowds dispersed like water around stones, and modern life resumed. Hot rods cruise past, actual working cowboys riding on horseback, tying up their horses outside saloons like they've been doing it since 1876. The whole district operates on this frequency between authentic and performative, and somehow it works. A hot rod pulled up painted in the Dallas Cowboys colors, that specific silver, blue and white combination every Texan knows by heart. The Cowboys aren't just a football team here, they're a civic religion. With 5 Super Bowl wins, decades of glory and heartbreak, and a cultural footprint so large they're called America's team. This car wasn't supporting a team, it was making a declaration of faith. Then lunch at the Love Shack, perched on their balcony with burgers that required engineering degrees to eat properly, and a view of the street theatre below. This is people watching at a doctoral level. Yeah, hopefully this works. Does it? We get down here. What's it? Day 2. Day 2 in Dallas. We popped along to Fort Worth. We got taken out to see the cows. What are they called? Longhorn cows. Very touristy, but lots of fun. And now I've been taken to the Love Shack for a good old American burger. Let's get involved. Delicious. Walking these streets delivered constant spectacle. A car rolled past with one person's entire political manifesto plastered across every available surface. Bumper stickers breeding like rabbits, window decals shouting opinions at volume 11, free speech on 4 wheels. Then old-school horse-drawn carriages clip-clop past carrying tourists. The drivers delivering historical commentary with theatrical flair. Cowboys, conspiracy theorists, and carriage rides. Fort Worth's streets contain multitudes, and none of them apologize for coexisting. Before heading home, we made a pilgrimage to 97 West Kitchen and Bar, a venue that's been immortalized in that Kevin Costner series, Yellowstone. Standing there, you feel the layers of Cowboys, that ate here when Cowboys weren't costume choices. Now it's Instagram moments and craft cocktails, but the bones remember. We conquered a maze with the nephews. Nothing humbles you quite like watching two boys solve puzzles faster than your supposedly worldly uncle could.
Decided to give a maze a go. We'll see how we get on. Haven't been in one for quite some time. Here's hoping I find my way out.
Final stop, Yonutz, filled with ice cream. The boys' faces lit up brighter than the Dallas skyline. Sometimes travel isn't profound. Sometimes it's just frozen dairy products stuffed inside fried dough. That's exactly profound enough. Wanderers, time for a bit of solo exploration time. The family had their rhythms, I had my wanderlust, and Dallas CBD was calling. The DART bus system proved beautifully simple, the kind of public transport that doesn't require a doctorate to navigate, air-conditioned, punctual, and filled with actual locals going about actual lives. Hopped on heading downtown and watched the suburbs gradually surrender to the proper city. Strip malls gave way to mid-rises, mid-rises to proper skyscrapers, and then suddenly you're in it, the beating commercial heart of Dallas. The JFK Memorial sits unassuming on Main Street. No fanfare, no grand entrance, just an open-air concrete centenaf designed by Philip Johnson. The old courthouse stands behind it, architecture so confident it doesn't need to shout. I was approached by some lads selling tours. Politely I declined. Some moments demand solitude, and standing where history pivoted felt like one of them. The surrounding buildings watch over this space with their ornate facades. Styles I couldn't name, but I could feel. The thing about architectural history, you don't need the vocabulary to understand the conversation that these buildings are having across decades. Walk down from the memorial to the street itself, to Elm Street, where X marks the bitumen, the spot where everything changed, where history pivoted on a November afternoon in 1963. Cars drive over it constantly, daily commuters crossing one of the 20th century's most defining moments on their way to lunch. Standing there, looking up at the old book depository building, the distances feel impossibly close. History compressed into a few hundred feet of urban space that refuses to let the moment fade. The warehouse district on North Record Street proved that adaptive reuse isn't just an architect's buzzword. These industrial bones now house modern living, and someone had the good sense to keep the character intact. Brick and timber meeting stainless steel and glass. Dallas doing what it does best, honouring the past whilst refusing to live in it.
Hello Wanderers, I'm in Clyde Warren Park in Dallas, Texas. I found some shade because it's only just gone 10 a.m. and we're already hitting above 30 on the mercury. Don't ask me what that is in Fahrenheit because I didn't grow up in America, so I am definitely not on that metric system. But this morning I've been wandering around Dallas. I ventured over to the JFK Memorial. That was a poignant, it's a very strong moment in US history for sure. It's worth a visit or a wander around just to kind of get a sense of how it all went down. And unfortunately, JFK was assassinated in that very spot. But we're not going to dwell on that for the rest of our trip. Instead, we've got some really cool things coming up today. I'm off to Deep Ellum, the arts district. Here in Clyde Warren Park, you can see along here all the food trucks are lining up for lunchtime. There's a lot of office buildings around here, and I've heard it can be quite heaving around the lunchtime. Oh, something fell into my hair. But my first point of call on my agenda today is to get in and have some iced coffee inside some air conditioning, because I've been outside for a few hours right now. As much as I love the heat, I need a little respite.
Clyde Warren Park deserves its own documentary. They built a park over a freeway, actual green space floating above Woodward Rogers, connecting downtown to uptown, and then food trucks circling the perimeter like wagons. Tons of families would sprawl onto grass that shouldn't exist, and it does. And the city just breathes here. I'm filing this under the next visit priorities. I don't have time for this today. Walked through Clyde Warren Park with the morning mostly to myself. The fountains, part of James Burnett's landscape design, operated on choreographed sequences. Water dancing up and retreating in patterns. This 5.2-acre deck park literally floats above 8 lanes of Woodward Rogers Freeway. I found a bench, sat down and considered the engineering audacity of this park. Trees growing where traffic roars 20 feet below. A park where an impassable highway once split the city in half. Dallas looked at the concrete barrier between downtown and uptown and decided that the solution was vertical. Build over the problem. And that's Dallas, ambition-made landscape.
The walk that was, I started up at Elm and Main, walked all the way down to the JFK Memorial, all the way back up through Clyde Warren Park, and now I'm in Ascension Coffee, putting away a cold brew with some cream and caramel. It's pretty nice. I'm gonna sit here and recharge my batteries, recharge my phone's battery, and enjoy the aircon for a bit here at Ascension Coffee, a nice little coffee shop.
After that amazing walking tour around Dallas, my Texas-sized hunger arrived right on schedule. Deep Ellum called, and Terry Black's BBQ answered. Wanderers, I need you to understand something. I've eaten barbecue across 3 continents. I thought I understood the assignment. I was wrong. Terry Black operates like a beautiful machine. Massive smokers out front, and I mean massive. The kind that make you question that if they're cooking brisket or trying to summon ancient gods. The smoke alone could navigate ships. Inside, controlled chaos. Lines moving, meat flying, staff calling orders like an auction house for smoked perfection. I ordered both briskets, fatty and lean, because why choose? And added sausage on that staff recommended. And then they threw a spare rib because it was my first time. Which is either Texas hospitality or they could smell tourist on me. Either way, gratitude.
So I'm here in Terry Black's barbecue. It's one of Dallas's and one of Texas' best barbecues. From the cab driver who dropped me here to the coffee shop people who were working there. Doesn't come anymore. Highly recommend. There's about 10 people who have recommended this to me today. And now I'm here. And look at this. I am going to tuck in with happy as Larry. I also got myself a black margarita. Shall I say how it goes? Right, I'm going to tuck into this barbecue and I'll let you know how it goes afterwards.
The brisket redefined the category. Fatty had rendered down into something that defied physics. Meat shouldn't be that tender whilst holding its structure. Lean proved lean doesn't mean dry, just focused. Different expressions of the same philosophy. The sausage had snap and spice that played backup vocals to the brisket's lead. But wanderers, the creamed corn. The creamed corn. I would return to Dallas specifically for that side dish. Sweet, savory, rich, enough to be a dessert, but savory enough to be a sin. And if I'm being honest, and I always am, I'd eat that corn for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and question my life choices whilst I ordered more. I washed it down, all with a black margarita that had a kick in it like a spooked horse. And I left feeling stuffed like a turducken, overfilled, but entirely satisfied. Deep Ellum demands exploration, even food comatose. This district breathes creativity through every brick. Murals cover entire buildings like proper street art, not that corporate, commissioned safe art. The bars and clubs are lined up like promises of excellent decisions and questionable mornings. Late afternoon means everything's closed, but you can read the room. Once night falls, Deep Ellum transforms into Dallas's creative heart, beating at 120 BPM. Live music spills from doorways and artists peddle their work on corners. And the weird is not just welcomed, it's celebrated. Next visit, I'm experiencing Deep Ellum after dark. That's not a me, it's a mission. Before heading back, I needed a souvenir. Texas Life Outfitters delivered. Yes, tourist merchandise, but with personality. Magnets with actual wit. T-shirts with designs that took longer than 5 minutes. As someone who's haunted tourist traps globally, I appreciate shops that try. They're creating memory anchors, not just shifting inventory. I grabbed my items and hopped the dark-back bus to the suburbs and earned a dip in that pool. Walking roughly 8 miles in the July heat whilst digesting 2 pounds of beef brisket qualifies as an athletic achievement in my book.
Stuck into some Texas fun at a water park, Hawaiian Waters. This should be a blast.
Hawaiian Waters with the nephews delivered pure, unfiltered fun. Water slides, lazy rivers, and that specific joy that only comes from hurling yourself down slippery tubes at indivisible speeds. Now I'm a bigger lad, that's well established at this point, and a couple of slides were no-goes for your favourite Nomad, but plenty remain. We explored Hawaiian waters like generals surveying a battlefield, strategic decisions about which slides to conquer first, which lazy rivers to surrender to, where the best splash zones lurked. The nephews had that beautiful urgency only kids possess, where every moment not actively sliding feels like wasted life. The lazy river delivered exactly what the name promised. Zero effort, complete surrender. Just floating in an inner tube whilst engineered current took responsibility for all movement. No decisions, no navigation, just water taking you for a gentle ride whilst Texas sun turned the whole experience into moving meditation. This is leisure as art form. Hit the drop slide nearly vertical, intensely fast, and absolutely determined to rearrange my swimwear into configurations never intended by the manufacturer. Came out the bottom moving at the velocity with the world's most aggressive wedgie. Physics and water pressure collaborating on public humiliation. Worth it? Absolutely. Dignified? Not even remotely. Handed my nephew the GoPro and watched him transform into a filmmaker. Down he went, slide after slide, capturing POV footage with the unshakable confidence of youth. Every ride became a production, and every splash a cinematic moment. The tandem slide though, enclosed speakers running the entire length, blasting music, and because of my weight, plus velocity, those boys experienced speeds they'd never achieved before. We rode multiple times and their laughter is permanently archived in my top 10 sounds ever recorded. Universal truth about water parks: sun plus concrete equals murder underfoot. Someone please invent cooling pavement and make millions. You're welcome.
I'm not sure how well this is going to cook it up, but we've been here at Hawaii. We've been here at Hawaii World all afternoon, and it's been a load of fun. Dallas has a great water park. I know there's another one on the other side of town that's a bit bigger than this one, but this, it's just been a lot of fun all afternoon.
Retail therapy, Texas style. Walmart for deals because even nomads need practicality. Cavenders for authentic Texas boots because when in Texas, get the boots. Total Wine, where alcohol shopping becomes a theatrical experience and aisles are organized like a booze theme park. Then, the crown jewel, Bass Pro Shops Outdoor World. That's a lot to go down, but Wanderers. This isn't a shop. This is a temple to every outdoor fantasy you've ever had. Guns, crossbows, party boats, fishing boats, camping gear, kayaks, four-wheeled motorbikes, barbecue equipment that could cater weddings. A massive aquarium greets you at the back of the shop. We're talking floor-to-ceiling installations built into a themed rock mountain, complete with deer and elk mounted on top, because why separate the terrestrial from the aquatic? Fish the size of small dogs circled, whilst we looked in, and then I noticed movement that wasn't fish. An actual human in diving gear, inside the tank scrubbing algae off the rocks. His job description presumably reads, aquarium maintenance, whilst catfish judge you. But then the finale, the gun section, walls of them, cases of them, and a crowning achievement to retail absurdity, a gun library. That's right, an actual library for guns. Glass cases like rare books, each firearm displayed with the Revenant's Museum's reserved for antiques. This is my kind of toy store, the kind where toys have safety lectures and background checks. Shopping complete, back for pool time and a home-cooked barbecue, pork tenderloin, cornbread and slaw. My brother mans a grill like he's been conducting an orchestra. Absolute perfection. And my sister-in-law, she knows how to put a slaw and cornbread together. The final full day in Dallas belonged to the nephews. In the morning, we went for a bike ride through their neighborhood. The empty streets and the private park, that rare suburban quiet where you remember why people choose this life. Simple, peaceful, exactly what cities forget to provide. And in the afternoon, we went across to what looked like a movie theatre straight out of the 1950s. It was themed to within an inch of its life. We watched the latest Jurassic Park, giving one of the boys a proper scare, while I remembered why cinema popcorn defies all known food logic. Then the final evening, La Hacienda Ranch for Tex-Mex. Honoring my year of turning 40 and traveling with family, the margaritas flowed. The feast arrived, and that specific warmth of family celebration wrapped around the table. These are moments that you can't manufacture. They only emerge when you stop trying and just exist together. Genuine Tex-Mex hits different. Spice, flavor, portions designed for people who actually work for their meals. Memorable in every sense.
Good. Yeah.
And then finally, I was airport bound. But not before one crucial stop. Though this was after security, and I went straight to Whataburger and ordered the OG burger meal. Cheese, obviously, fries with ranch sauce, because you don't leave Texas without a proper farewell from Texas.
Last stop in Dallas before jumping on the plane is Whataburger at the airport. I've been wanting it all week. The size of this drink, huge. Got the spicy burger, I'll show you it in a second. But yeah, what a weekend.
This is good. It's as good as Burger King. 7 days, one city, multiple revelations. Dallas isn't what they tell you it is. It's bigger, stranger, more genuine, and infinitely more interesting. The heat, the history, the family, the food, it all compounds into something that doesn't fit neat descriptions. I came for a week in Dallas, but I left with Texas under my skin. Coming up next, Wanderers, we're trading Texas heat for alpine peaks. 4 mates, 3 days, and 1 legendary rail journey. Milan to Zurich aboard the Bernier Express, carving through Switzerland's high country, where mountains don't just backdrop the journey, they are the journey. Glaciers, viaducts, valleys that make you question if you're still on Earth or accidentally boarded a train to Middle Earth. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss it. And trust me, this one's going to be special. The adventure continues.